out of college, the first real job that I had, I was working in the after-school program, and I was teaching a class of 5th graders. And I was working for a nonprofit called Mission Graduates, and it's in a predominantly immigrant Latino neighborhood in San Francisco, and their goal is to increase the number of young people from the neighborhood who are prepared for and complete college. So in this after-school program, I was working with students who were performing below grade level and needed extra academic support, as well as sort of this aspect of childcare, because many of their families weren't at home and were off working when they got out of school. So the students in my class, we did a lot of things to build college-going culture. And we had pen pals with students who were in college from Latino student organizations, and we went on field trips to colleges. And we just spent a lot of time talking about the importance of college and telling our students that they were definitely going to go. So one specific activity that I planned for my students to help simulate what the experience of college was like, and I felt like this was brilliant and I was really excited about it. At one point, we did a simulation of how you get to choose your classes in college, and how in college they give you all this freedom. You don't just have to take whatever everyone else is taking. You can take what's interesting to you. But also there's a limited number of spots in the classes. So I put up all these posters. I put up like 10 posters around the classroom with the title of a course. So there was oceanography, and there was math, and there was art, and there was a certain number of spots. And I told the students that they each had to sign up for 4. And then they got to move around and sign up on each of them. And at one point, so the students went through the whole activity, and then afterwards we were having a discussion about the activity, and one of them raised their hands, and they were like, "Ms. Kiyomi, what is that one? What is astrology?" And I was standing there and I was staring at it, and my mind was turning really, really slowly, and I was like, "What is astrology?" And then all of a sudden, and I like look at the high school volunteer tutor in my classroom. I'm looking at her and I'm just like, ooh, I messed up. I totally meant to put astronomy on that poster. And now I'm trying to use the definition of astronomy to explain what astrology is when it's totally separate, and astrology is not an academic subject that perhaps would be offered in a college setting. Yeah, and I think in that moment I was really embarrassed and also absolutely laughing at myself. And I think thinking about maybe times when my teachers have made mistakes, and also laughing about the role and the position of being a teacher, and remembering, I think, being a child and having such faith and trust in my teachers that everything they said was right. And really being able to laugh about it and laugh with my students about having made a mistake in front of all of them. Yeah.
Did you tell them it was a mistake right away?
Oh yeah. Yeah. But then I wondered what I had taught them that I hadn't caught had been a mistake, and like what information maybe I had taught in the past where I didn't realize that I was misspeaking, and then they just forever were to think that. Yeah.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
Let's hear another one.